Dang, I gotta know what I was on that one. That was a good one. That was a good one. We're turning you on. Oh, my throat. Are we live? Like, what are we doing? We are live. We are live. Hold on, y'all. You know I'm short. We gotta get it together. Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped, and turned on. I'm your host, Leticia Ofo. If you guys have not already joined the fam, please make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Click the bell right next to it. Dink! That way you guys are notified every time I go live. What's up, everybody? Happy new moon in Leo. Okay. Today is Wednesday, so what are we? Mercury Day, right? So today, if you guys are new, we are live right now. So what I'm going to do is do timestamps after the live video. That way you guys can refer back to whatever point of the video that you want to tap into. And I will be letting you know what we're going to be discussing today. Also, you guys can find me at vixenafterdark.com, where I do most of all of your astro updates over there. Ooh, let me scoot over. Yeah, so any of your needs and all of that. Also, too, just to let you guys know, I did reactivate my other Instagram, so that is me. I finally got the password, so you can follow me over there, Lady T. I think it's like _333, something like that. So anyways, let's go ahead and tap in, guys. What we're going to be discussing today, I just want to do a quick little mental health check-in. And then we'll go into our new moon in Leo readings. I'm going to do a collective spread. You guys know how I roll. And then I will bust out, I'll bust out the wheel. Where is the wheel? Oh, here it is. We'll bust out the wheel for individual messages as well. Okay. So how is everybody feeling today? Oh, I don't know, the Rummy Oracle has been calling me, you guys. I don't know, we might bust out the Rummy Oracle today. Look at that, one is at the bottom of the deck. All of us coming together as one. Let's talk about it. I want to do a quick mental health check-in, you guys. Woo! How are we feeling? Because new moon energy, we're supposed to be planting new seeds. You guys, it's going to go, I'm pulling up the charts right now. Let's see what we got cooking here. Yeah, so the moon right now, you guys, is at 5 degrees, but we'll tap into that in a little bit. I was actually watching this video, and I wanted to shed some light. I watched a lot of, I don't know how to say it, like leaders that are actually trying to change the world. You know what I'm saying? Here's a quote that I thought I might share with you guys. I don't know if you guys listen to 19 Keys. He's so dope, right? He says, you gotta leave so people can see your light first. When you are close to people, they get blinded by it and they get used to it. And this spoke volumes to me. So while we're in this new moon energy, a lot of you guys, a lot of breakups, a lot of divorces, a lot of losing friends, losing jobs, even material possessions and things of that nature it's like shedding the skin of your old self. It's like you walking into this new main character energy and trying to become the best version of this new character, right? And master it. So in the midst of all of these transitions that we're going through, there's going to be a lot, you know. I want to talk about spiritual health, mental health, physical health, with all of these things that are going on right now. What else are we going to talk about? You know, leveling up for the most part. I feel like, you know, a lot of people, we don't really talk about enough about spiritual health for real. You know, during these times right now, trying to find your peace and your zen, it's going to cause you to remove yourself from people, places, and things that no longer serve your avatar, serve your soul. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't need an explanation. Saying no is enough. Removing your time and energy away from people that aren't, you know, they're not seeing the value within you. They're not giving you praise. They're not motivating you, supporting you. You're not learning from them. I mean, you got to kind of move away from this toxic energy or negative energy. Whenever you feel like you're in doubt or you feel like there's some type of restraint or something's just not working out, move away from it. You know, I mean, that's what I do. Because peace is priceless. You can't get that back. Spiritual health is kind of like connecting to that inner peace. You know what I'm saying? And we have to stay connected to that. That's like finding your Zen zone, right? So whatever it is that you're tapping into right now, protect your peace at all costs, period. You don't need an explanation of why you're doing what you're doing. You don't need to, it's just like whatever's aligned and it feels good to you, go that way. Whatever doesn't feel good, why would you stay there if it doesn't feel good? If it makes you sad, mad, angry, upset, makes you want to like throw something, you know what I'm saying? Or it brings you back to an old version of you that you no longer want to tap into. Why would you even be there? And, you know, I have to bring this to the forefront because there's a lot of people, I feel like, it's just like so many people are getting rocked to sleep with certain information that's online. Like everybody's trying to just doing things just for money, like just to sell, just to get $1 off of people. And it's just sad. Like we already got to deal with certain things that are going on. You know, I feel like it's not even about religion. It's about, you know, spirituality. It's about finding your deep sense of purpose and seeing where you belong, where you fit in. What are you crafting? What are you creating? What do you have to offer? You know what I'm saying? What do you have to bring to the table? Who are you? You know? Woo. The door's open upstairs. I know it. It's all about what feeds your soul. You know what I always say, what feels soul good? That matters. Why would you be, you know, walking around dealing with people, places, and things that don't make you feel good? It's kind of like how your body, you know, how you feed your vehicle, your vessel, good food, right? Your soul needs nourishment too. Okay? You know, whether this is through, you can meditate, you could, you know, whatever practices you have going on, listen to music, vibing alone, you know, taking nature walks, you know, whatever it is, take that time, rest, rejuvenate, recuperate. Because with everything that's moving so fast, it may feel like time is like, you know, a lot of people say like, oh my God, time, I don't have enough time, or I feel like there's less time. And then some days you feel like time goes really slow, time goes really fast. It's like your spirit, your soul just has this hunger. Sometimes you want to motivate, you know, you feel motivated to get things done and take action. Some days you just feel like you just need to ground yourself and just be like, woo, okay, I got too much going on. I got too much energy. I need to just relax. I need to chill. I need to digress. I need to get away from people. I need to get off the internet. I need to get off social media for a minute. I need to do me. I feel like now's the time, if you haven't ever before, is to really focus on building yourself up. And that's why I like that quote. It's kind of like when you're in people's faces so much all the time, every day, it's like you said, that you know, they get used to it. They get blinded by the light. They can't really value who you are and what you're offering, what you're bringing to the table, because you do it so much. Sometimes you have to take a step back. This can mean moving out the hood. You might need to switch up your environment. You might need to drop that job and go somewhere else. You might need to stop talking to certain family members. You might have to leave that relationship. You might need space from your kids sometimes. They have to go to auntie or grandma's house or something like that. Or go live somewhere else for a while. You know, whatever it is for you, whatever your situation, sometimes that separation is for elevation. So don't feel bad for wanting to elevate, for wanting to grow, for wanting to figure out who you are. Because we can get so caught up in these distractions. One person telling you this, one person telling you that, you know, all these headlines, all the news, and all these crazy things that are playing out right now. It's like you can get so lost and trapped. Like you feel like you don't even know what you want to do or where you want to go. You know, so it's like all about really focusing. You know, in order to focus, maybe you need to hustle. Like if you want to build your financial portfolio, or let's say if you just want to get your mind right, you know, you want to be more optimistic instead of pessimistic. You know, maybe it's your health. You want to get your health game together. It could be anything. Whatever it is that you're working on right now, you may have to separate yourself to get it together. Once you get it together, then you can come amongst other people. And then that's where I feel like that, you know, that one card, coming together as one, coming together like as a unit is going to be really important. I feel like a lot of us are like in a divide, you know, like I said, dog eat dog world, every man for themselves, still carrying out old rhetorics, morals, values, and beliefs, still rocking people to sleep, still like just passing these things on down just to make a dollar. Like, we got to stop that. We got to do some new things. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes you might have to separate yourself from that. If, you know, if you have strong spiritual health and you have discernment and you know the power that you hold can really help the next person. Sometimes, and people don't see that you're around, you have to you got to let it go. You got to let it go. And then this is when you find or attract the people that you're supposed to be with. And that way we can come together and unite, and not look at one another and nitpick or put each other down or fear monger or make them feel like they can't do anything or make them feel like they don't know anything. Like that's what they want us to do. They want us to divide and not come together. It was funny. I was on TikTok and this guy, I did a video. I think it was like a new moon. Hey, what's up, TJ? Peace is very important. What's up, Purple Magic? Peaceful greetings, Vixen. How have you been today? Better than amazing. So this guy on TikTok, he comments on one of my videos, and he was like, man, I would watch your news channel every day. I did like some astro update video. It was like when the moon was in some sign or whatever. I thought it was like the moon is moving into Cancer. This just in. I was acting like a news reporter, but it was astro updates. And then I seen like a couple of other my buddies online doing the same thing. I'm like, this would be dope if we actually changed the news to have astro weather report updates. Like, this is the kind of news that we want to hear. What's going on? What energy's playing out? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the best time to do this and that? Whatever it is. So I was like, you know what? If we all come together and have that same mindset, like you might have a skill, you might have something that you can bring, whatever your gift, talent, and skill is, we can all kind of come together and make this like, I just feel like we can conjure up and change all of these constructs that you see. Babylon is falling kind of an energy, right? And we can build these things within ourselves, like, and create communities and create islands where we have all this. We have our own nurses and doctors. We have people that are, you know, into gardening and all that stuff. We have people that are into you know, creating their own medicine, you know, holistic way of healing, and, you know, doulas and all kinds of stuff. I can just go down the whole list. Like, that's the world that I want to live in. Like, that's where I'm going with it. So I'm just here just as I'm just one person, though. You know what I'm saying? And the more that we come together, like, that's why I say I'm always open to meeting new people, you know, picking their brain and seeing what they got going on. And hey, we can come together and make something happen. Let's do it. You know, I'm all about the positive energy. But if you're still lost in the sauce and confused and depressed and worried about, you know, you can't go, you don't know your left from your right, it's just like, you got to heal, you got to work on self, and then maybe we can come back together and we can jam it out if that's the case. So I feel like during this time, having that hustle, but having heart and actually being empathetic and caring about your neighbor, your next person, or just caring about people in general is the name of the game here. So many people are just worried about themselves and what they can do for them. And when I say focus on you, I mean, like, make sure you get your mind, body, and spirit right when I be telling y'all that. Like, I don't say, like, go sit in the corner and be by yourself and sit in solitude and not talk to anybody. No. I'm like, well, you want to get yourself together. That way you can come amongst other people. And they're like, oh, okay, they got this going on. Oh, they're cool. I like the energy. You know what I mean? It's that. Okay, it's you being an asset and not a liability is what I'm saying. So having strong spiritual health is just that extra source of motivation that we need so that we can move as a unit, as a team, as a tribe, whatever you want to call it, instead of divide, right? And we also need the personal cheerleaders too. You could be a personal cheerleader for somebody else, you know, egg somebody else on that's doing something good in this world. You know what I mean? Push their content, push their products, you know, whatever they're saying, quote that, you know what I mean? Like, whatever it is, whatever keeps you going, whoever you listen to, you know, making sure that you are listening to things that put fire under you. Ooh, I'm about to get this jerk. Hold on, guys. I don't know where he went. So even when things get tough, I know some days aren't going to be perfect. Some days are hard. Some days are rough. Some days, you know, you just want to rest. Some days you don't want to take care of your duties, responsibilities, and obligations. It's like some of you guys may feel the weight of the world, of the energy that's around you or the people that you're dealing with. I get it. You know, and that's why we have to find ways to stand on 10 toes and put our crown back on, straight up. Love this new moon energy myself, right? I was just thinking this myself. It's time to put in the accurate effort. Exactly. I just feel like we don't have a lot. We don't have a lot of people that are willing to be that unique being, you know, speak, you know, use their voice, share their gift, talent, or skill. It's like we're all looking for someone else to kind of do it for us so we can follow. Why don't you be that it factor? You be the key, the plug. You know, you guys always hear me say that. When you hustle with heart, no matter what it is that you're tapping into, you'll become unstoppable. It's all about setting your intentions on why you're doing what you're doing. What are you trying to gain? What are you trying to get? What are you going after? What are you fighting for? Figuring those things out. But first, it has to start with gratitude. There's so many things now. We've got new technology. We've got AI. It's like things that used to take years now probably only take 2 months or maybe even a couple of weeks, days, or seconds. Okay, with technology and this AI stuff. Use that stuff to your advantage. You know, make it work for you. Whatever's being put out there, make it work for you instead of saying, oh, it's the end of the world. Oh my God, this is going to ruin everything. Just use it to your advantage while it's here. Use everything as a tool to make things work for you right now. Instead of thinking that pessimistic Paul kind of a way. You know, you might not like what's being put out here, but there's some way you can make it to where you can use it to make it just work for you, some form or fashion. But making sure that you stay spiritually healthy is also like, you know, being thankful for the things that you already have. You know, your life could be so much worse where you're at. If you're watching this video, you know that shit, you probably got out of so many things in this new moon energy, probably allowing you to really realize, like, look, are you going to still continue to, you know, create, walk in the same cycles like a hamster, being a hamster wheel? Or are you going to embrace this new character, this new version of you, and see where it leads you? Are you going to take those calculated risks? Are you going to take action on yourself? Are you going to forge forward? Are you going to release and remove people, places, and things that no longer serve you? You're just going to stay there because it's comfortable. You know, are you going to embrace knowing, like, hey, you know what, this my vision right now, it may not match the vision that I actually have on my wall right now, but I'm getting there. You know, are you going to just, what is it for you? I feel like just being, what, gratitude, like having a gratitude journal, like waking up and just like recognizing, like, okay, I can still see, I can breathe, I can walk, I can talk. You know, I'm grateful to even have my car to take me from point A to point B so I can make this cheese and get this bag to pay for this or to fund that or to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like anything just for good weather, the sun, you know, whatever it is that you're grateful for. I feel like that keeps you in a different mindset because things could be worse. You know, you see how, you know, certain things are playing out in the world where it's like, some people ain't really got it like that. We can't bash one another. We can't, you don't know where somebody is coming from, period. Ooh, hold on. I can't wait to get this. I had the door open and I had, like, you know, I hate bugs. Anyways, so gratitude isn't just a word, it's a way of life. Walking in gratitude for, you know, the things that I have really helped me. That really motivates me every day because I know where I've been in my past. We've all had a past to where we were literally keeping our head above water, taking in the change to Coinstar just to pay for a meal. We've all probably been there. Homeless, you know, distraught, jacked up. I've been all of those things. So the gratitude factor is definitely key. Now, I hate to break it to you, but building a business right now or finding a way to find a grind on your own or a side hustle is not going away. Like I said, this can lead us to building the land that we want to see for ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, so we can have better headlines out here. We can have more positive energy, more people coming together and supporting one another instead of hating on one another. And so staying motivated, you know, doing what you got to do and hustling in the mix of all of that, you know, whether this is at home, whether this is like you do have a job or you are building a business, whatever it is, or you're an independent contractor, or no, whatever it is, I feel like there's going to be opportunities that are going to come to you with this new moon energy. If you planted some good seeds during this new moon energy, you should see you already should be walking in a path where it's like you have to recognize whatever old version of you has probably been broken down. So some of us may feel lethargic and tired and, oh my God, like, you know, can I get a break? But because you're removing the old version of you, you're making room for these new opportunities to come in. You have to recognize that. Okay. So rest when you need to, take those little naps when you need to, you know what I'm saying? You know, try to take your eyeballs away from screens. Recognize the music that you're absorbing, whatever it is that you're eating. All these things matter because you got to remember, for new opportunities to even come in or for new things to even happen, you have to make space. So some of you guys are subconsciously making space for that. So don't feel bad if you didn't get a task done today or you didn't do anything. That's a part of the journey too. You know, this will bring clarity, the mental agility. This will allow you to see, oh, okay, I need to do this instead of that. Oh, I see how this is all, you'll see how it's all coming together for you. You'll get all the signs and synchronicities, you just got to pay attention. And sometimes that will cause you to be alone. So finding a balance, right? Between work, between chilling, having fun, kind of like, you know, navigating this maze of life, right? Setting healthy boundaries, removing people, places, and things along the way on the elevator up, dropping them off, and, you know, hustling smart. You know, that's where that real boss status, that main character energy will come from. When you just say, you know what, screw this. I'm going to move different. I'm going to do this. I got to do that. I got to see where I go. That's why I started off with that quote in the beginning. Because, man, because then once you get it together, then you could go back to maybe bringing other people along, creating communities and being that leader, but also being solution-based. You're like, look, guys, when I separated myself and, you know, I knew who I was, I knew I moved different, and then I just stayed focused, disciplined, and kept going. And then I'm like, boom, this is how I did it, X, Y, and Z. So whatever that is that, you know, you're bringing to the table, you can come back and help other people do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And even better. You know what I mean? We just need more of that. So the mental game's got to be strong. Your mental game ain't strong and you just believe anything that's put out in your face from all these social media apps, or, you know, what the news is saying, or your neighbor, or your coworker, family member, whoever. If you just believe anything, that's a problem. If you believe everything that's put in your face, and you don't use your own discernment, and you don't do your own research, that's a problem. You're just falling into that hole. Or you could be, you know, we don't want that for you. We want you to be a leader, okay? So your mental game's got to be really strong. Mental health is key right now. So if you have a best friend or a lover, or you see somebody sad, mad, upset, give them a smile. Give them a one-liner, a quote, you know, give them a spark of hope, a motivation, or whatever it is. Like, try and do that, whether this is a stranger or if you know them. You know, you never know what somebody's going through, and you might be the plug, the key to make them go, dink, light bulb, they're right. I didn't see it that way. You might be a catalyst for change for somebody. You might change their perspective, because everything is all about how we perceive something, right? It's all about perspective, and it's all about how you react and respond. So take care of your mental health and your emotional well-being, you guys. Because that's like, those are think of them as like your motivational muscles. You know what I'm saying? Your mental health, this right here. So self-care shouldn't just be a trend. You know, it's a lifestyle, okay? You gotta take care of yourself. Learn new things, you know, study, put your face in a book, you know, listen to people that will make you question whatever it is that they're saying. That way you can use your own mind, and you're not just like, you know, going to a phone and like Googling it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to this can take seconds and years off of your life if you're just always following the status quo, you know. Remember, you are the main character in your movie. You can even think of it like a video game. Whatever it is that you want to look at this world as and who you are participating as, just make sure you know you are the main character. You decide how you react or respond and how you perceive certain things. So make sure you got your mental health together, your physical health, everything feels so good to you. And just know that there will be trying times. Those are growing pains. Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? This is why support and being around certain people that actually uplift you to see the brighter days, you know what I'm saying, that give you hope. But also people that give you constructive criticism. They're not just saying, oh yeah, that's good, that's great, that's a good idea, do that, da, da, da. No, they're like, you know what? Nah, you shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? You're falling into a hole. You need those people that are real, brutally honest, black and white, and they tell you what's up right then and there, cut and dry, no sugarcoating anything, no beating around the bush. You need real people like that that's around you, very authentic, okay? So keep the curiosity alive, guys, and remember, appreciate the small wins and celebrate your small wins and your big ones, and use all these tools to your benefit, okay? You are the esoteric bag, last time I checked. Now let's roll the clip. We're gonna go into the collective spread. With that being said, I just want to do a quick little mental health check-in for you guys, just to speak what's on my mind. I was gonna leave it for my other channel, but I just couldn't help it. So let's see what we need to see for the collective. We're going to check the energy. We're going to use a few decks today because then we're going to go into individual signs. So let's see, what do we have for the collective here? So we're utilizing oracles, and then we're also going to use numerology within that as well. Just so that you're aware. Okay, who's ready? All right. What does the collective need to see at this time? Give us some lovely reminders. What do we need to see at this time? You guys know I gotta bust out Tarotstrology after too, so we'll probably do that. Let me guys know in the comments if you guys like mental health check-ins that I've been adding the past week or so. Okay, look at that. Temple Path. Okay. This is really having a nice balance with divine feminine, divine masculine energy with that number 12 up there. Okay, making sure we're not too much in our head, we're not too much in our emotions, and we just have a nice balance. That way we can come together with one another. Because when we're teeter-tottering and we're unbalanced, here goes, you know, the projection, the anger, the frustration. We can't get it together. We're lost in the sauce. You know, there's a lot of fuckery going on in the dancery, and you look like someone that's just, you know, you need a little bit of assistance. You may need a little bit of upkeep. You know what I'm saying? So the Temple to Path is definitely a spiritual number. Okay, we want to celebrate life. We want to wake up excited. We want to feel good. We want to be able to talk to our peers and our neighbors and our coworkers and our friends and our family and our loved ones and meet new people, right? And just be confident and celebrate, you know? So as far as I would say, start small, start where you're at. Okay, if you're more of an introvert or you're just now kind of coming out of your shell, just start where you're at. This means start within the close vicinity of where you're at, because 12 equaling 3 could be within your surroundings. Like I said, at work, if you have family members, roommates, even your kids, use that as practice. That way, once you get down, you feel a little bit more comfortable with getting out there with whatever it is that you're tapping into now, or this new version of you, this main character energy. Then you'll be like, okay, I can open the doors for new energy. You know, I have the space to meet new people, a new Rolodex of people. You never know. You might meet somebody and they might be a whole blessing in disguise. Okay. So very important to know. Definitely appreciate your freestyle, Vixen, those authentic thoughts before the guidance of the cards. Thank you. And we'll see what comes out in the cards, because sometimes they're like confirmation, right? Appreciating. Ooh. There's someone that's just hating. Hold on, guys. I swear to you. This one's bold. Appreciating everything that you have right now. Appreciating, you know, the journey. I had a conversation with my cousin the other night, or was it last week or something like that? And we're like, you know, a lot of things may happen in your life, and they may not be so favorable, right? And as you're taking action, you're putting one foot in front of the other with that number 1. You're doing what you got to do. And some things may cause you to get a little bit emotional. The number 5, okay? This could be happy tears. This could be sad tears. You know, because sometimes you could be overexerting yourself or overdoing things. And it's like you are giving people their flowers or supporting them, but then sometimes you end up dry. Your well is dry. It's not reciprocated, because 15 equaling 6. It's not reciprocated. It's not one hand washes the other. So you feel like, dang, what did I do? Sometimes it's not you. Sometimes you have to also, this is where the boundaries come in. You have to make sure that, you know, you could be so nice, but being nice, you know how they say being nice doesn't pay the bills. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's get off the surface of that. You also have to make sure people know that they can't just walk all over you like you're a doormat either. and still be nice at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to build that trust and build the value, right? So when people know that and they see that, but then you're just too nice, or you're just over giving, you're overdoing something, that's where that light, they're blinded by the light, and they won't value you anymore. They feel like you're always gonna be there, you're always gonna do this, or you're always gonna do that, until one day, phew, you take it away. Once you remove something from somebody, you can really see how they operate. You can really see how they start acting. It's like their true self starts to come out. They don't realize it until you're gone. Until your light is gone, they don't realize, oh shit, what just happened? Well, oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, dang. And then they day late and a dollar short when they figure it out. So you have to value yourself, okay? Make sure you are doing that. And also giving people their flowers, but also giving yourself your own goddamn flowers, okay? Make it a privilege for people to talk to you or to be around you. You have to know these things. You can't, the days are gone where you can just kind of just frolic and be within anybody's space nowadays. I mean, this is just facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a whole buck right now. Like, it's true. Like, you know what I mean? Because last time I checked, that'll be trouble. Like, you know what I mean? So you have to be careful. The world ain't the same anymore. I hate to break it to you. But also, you can't walk in fear, though, either. You know, put your protection up, your shields up, whatever you got to do, cloak yourself, whatever it is you got to do to walk around here amongst other people, because you really can't see what you're walking amongst 9 times out of 10. But, you know, you have to make sure you still got, like I said, that spiritual, mental, physical game. You got to have it strong. Okay, that way when people know, when you walk into a room, you are the magnet. You exude this energy where it's like, I'm approachable, but you still can't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Oh, I can't cuss on it, but that kind of an energy. I'm bringing in the passion. My Aries moon coming up. You have to have both. Okay, because we have the garden and the gate out here as well. Okay, it's waiting for you. There's a lot of things out here. It's just waiting for you to realize who you are. Have you mastered your main character? Have you mastered your energy? What do you have to bring? You know, you don't want to stay in comfortable, safe space. You know, yeah, you're protected and all of these things, but you have to get outside and experience the world. No more time to be meek or to be shy or scared. Just go for whatever it is that you want to go for. Go after it. Create something, okay? And this could be, like I said, start where you're at with that number 3. Start where you're at. Pay attention to what's happening around you. How can you contribute to that? In a positive way, of course, right? We do also have the door to romance. We got a lot of 3s here. Well, let me start door to value. Literally just said this, door to value, right? Look at all the money that's just flying everywhere. Last time I checked, you are the esoteric bag. Why? Because you keep all this stuff going. Everything that's playing out right now, everything that you have, everything that is operating right now, it's because of you. You contribute a piece of that, and many of us do, right? We keep these things going. So you are the bag. You have to know that. I just want to have one day where like everybody just doesn't do something. And that's how you can actually, because I feel like some people just need to see it to believe it, which sucks at this day and age. But I feel like if one day we all just stop doing one thing, and you'll see how powerful we are together instead of us trying to separate and do everything. Just imagine, like, let's say, I don't know, everybody just stopped working at fast food plants. Like, crazy. Or just stop doing something, right? Then people will actually probably believe, oh, I am the bag. Oh, I am upholding all of this. Well, let me do this for myself then. And then build my own community off of it. Because we're all doing the same thing. And we all want something better. We don't want to struggle. We don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be able to see it so different. But it sucks that now people have to see it to believe it. That's the world that we live in. So with 31 here, whatever it is that you're tapping into, this door to value, make use of yourself. You know, right now, like I'm building a business right now where it's like I can help a lot of families and communities. So I want to start talking to people about it within my vicinity before I start flying out everywhere. I can use the internet, I can use Zoom, I could use all of these things, but it's nothing like personally getting in someone's face or being in their auric field or seeing their situation and looking at their body language and their tonality and just really feeling the vibe of their energy. And it's like, boom, ooh, okay, I can help this person. You know, there's a lot of things that are around you right now that, you know, we take for granted. You have probably so many resources that you probably don't even utilize. Some are collecting dust. It's just like there's a lot going on. So as you're taking action, making sure you know your own value, but also you can recognize the value within someone else. Okay, I think it's going to be very important. So the doors are open. This is new opportunities. It's, like I said, there's going to be some opportunity that's going to be presented to you. Some situation. It's like you've been making room for this. I said this earlier. Some of you guys have been making room for these new opportunities to flourish. You won't have to worry about the debt that you're in. You won't have to worry about getting your credit together. It's just like all going to fall into place. It's all going to happen. That's going to be small because you're going to be like, oh yeah, I got the money. Okay, cool. Take care of that. Boom. Like one lump sum. Boom. Like you're making space for these things. The door is open. You just have to continue to master your main character energy. Because in the midst of all of this, when you're helping yourself, guess what? You could probably help other people as well. Okay. Also in the love department, possibly too, door to romance. You know, some people are out here just like, when am I going to have a man or a woman that loves me, or when am I going to get married, or when am I going to have kids, or isn't this in the books for me? I used to really think like that all the time. And I'm like, you know what? I can't just like live in like fantasy island in a fake fantasy rom-com of a movie, just always think win. I just have to do. I have to take action. I have to create my footprints in the sand. I have to get it together. And maybe, you know, that frequency of whatever I'm in search of at that time will come to me. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, in between time, I got to keep moving. You got to keep chucking and driving. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be like, when is this going to happen? You know what I mean? You just have to keep forging forward. So I like this door to romances here. You never know. It could be someone that you're in business with, someone that you work with. It could be someone close to you with that number 33. Someone that you're already talking to every day on a daily basis. Somebody that you are already commingling with. This could be like that that notification as well. It's like, there could be love there if you're looking for it, but maybe you're looking in the wrong places. Maybe you're attaching yourself to the wrong people, places, and things where you're blinded by the person that could probably be for you. You normally wouldn't see it as that. It's someone that could be a complete opposite from that checklist that you probably have. You know what I'm saying? That could give you everything that you need, especially everything that you need as far as what money can't buy. Okay? A lot of people out here in the world are, you know, it's like, can this person buy me this? Do they have money for that? Are they living in a high rise? Do they have a house that have this? But sometimes, you know, I feel like the best connections I've ever had is where you build shit together. Because you appreciate each other more. You grinded, you hustled for it, blood, sweat, and tears, and y'all did it together, and then now you're flourishing together. Those are like the long lasting, that's the trust, the loyalty, all that stuff that money can't buy falls into place with that. Because sometimes nowadays it's kind of hard. It's like people are looking for, oh, do they have this? Do they have that? Okay, if they have this and that, then I can go forge forward. Like that kind of sucks too. I don't know. Everyone has a different perspective on all of that. I go based off of energy and the person, what we got going on. If we, hey, let's figure out wherever you're at, let's be solution based so we can have more of that or less of that or whatever it is, or we can go here, go forward, upward and onward. Just start where you are though, you know, because some people, some may not have everything that's on your checklist, materially speaking, material wise, material possessions, whatever that word is. But you can get it together. Together, a unit, one. Remember, like You know what I'm saying? The yin and the yang, one hand washes the other. We have Archangel Metatron here as well. We're all forced right now to really, you know, create these building bricks and build our foundations. We're forced to look at our money situations. We're forced to see what we have, what's going on with all this energy that's playing out that are in all these earth signs right now. Mars is in Virgo. I mean, it's an earth energy in the planet of action. You know what I'm saying? Uranus has been in Taurus. Pluto's gonna be in Capricorn, in and out, Capricorn and Aquarius. It's like we're all forced to really see these things. We're all forced to look at it. We're all forced. We have also Jupiter and Taurus expanding that. Like it's on our minds. It's the elephant in the room, right? And then you have all these headlines playing out on the news and social media. Money this, money that, digital this, digital that, having this, having that, whether it's food, cars, clothes, whatever. It's, you know, as we're building these things, we also have to, it's kind of like seeing through, seeing beyond, you know, as you start to grow and as you start to elevate, the things that you used to care about before are not going to be the same things that matter today. For example, let's say you are a thousandaire or a millionaire, and before it used to be about the, you know, the cars, clothes, and the hoes, right? Now it's like, you're like, you know what? No, I want someone that actually has a mind. Do people have a brain anymore? Do people think anymore? Is there any loyalty anymore? Is there a trust? Can I trust this person anymore? It's like all the things that money can't buy. You used to care about the opposite. Now you care about that, right? So as you're building these bricks and you're having this reset and you're mastering your new main character energy, the number 40 here, it's like, okay, you want to be able to feel comfortable, right? In order to trust someone. A lot of people, it's just certain things, they don't get them anymore. You know, I watch, as I'm like scrolling, when I be like looking for motivation, or if I'm like looking for content ideas and stuff like that, especially on TikTok. I be on TikTok a lot. It's like, man, it's like you can't rock these people to sleep anymore the way that you used to. You know, like it's like people are really starting to see through. Okay, with their, you know, first eye, third eye, whatever you want to call it. You really start to like, you see the world for what it is now. And that's what's happening to a majority of us right now in this universal year of 7, which is a spiritual number, right? And so now we're using that to our advantage. Once you see it, number 41, we have Archangel Uriel here. As you see it and as you're building, you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to create, I'm going to celebrate, I'm going to build my foundation, I'm going to make it solid, you know, putting the legs under the tables, making it sturdy, forging forward and taking action, period, with whatever creative gift, talent, skill sets that I have. I don't care. I'm just putting it out there. Like I said, with all this energy that's been playing out, especially with these planets that have been chilling here for a while, literally you could be the plug. People can go viral off of the most dumbest things right now. That's how, like, if you use this energy instead of sitting in the corner crying, worried about Tom, Dick, and Harry, you could be really making a name for yourself, you know, and then helping other people in the midst of all that. Do the same thing, like a rinse and repeat kind of a deal. But are you taking action on that? Are you doing that? You know, hopefully you are with that number 41. And then this will create change because 41 equals 5. Okay? Creating change based off of your main character energy, mastering it, and whatever creative gifts, talents, and skills that you're bringing to the forefront. Boom! And then bringing that amongst more people that are like-minded like you, that are coming together and doing the same thing. And then, you know, it's a powerhouse when you have more than just 1 to 2 or 3 or 4. When you've got 30 or hundreds or and then the thousands, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can work our way towards that. We really can. It's going to take a lot of dedication, though. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take work. But there's that possibility. All the possibilities, right? So I love that those cute little reminders came out for us as far as the energy cards. We're going to do a little bit of Tarotstrology as well, guys, because let's kind of talk about it. Because we have the new moon in Leo. Hopefully you guys have been planting some grand seeds. I told you guys I'd come with the reading today. If you guys didn't watch that video, make sure you watch that video as well. I went into detail as far as the houses and things of that nature. That way you guys can get more details as far as that goes on a collective scale of what this new moon energy in the sign of Leo is bringing, since your Leo houses or house has been on fire for a while now. That stellium that has been playing out. Okay. Sun, moon, Jesus, Lilith, Venus, all those planets are in Leo, guys. And the luminaries in there too. Sun and the moon, it's literally putting your eyes on those things. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the Tarotstrology, guys. That way we can go ahead and go forward and see what do we need to see as a collective? What do we need to be paying attention to? How can we optimize the energy? What does the collective need to hear? What do they need to know? What do we need to be paying attention to? Okay, how can we transmute? Ooh, when I said transmute, this all came out. So let me pull this over. Yeah, see, we're all fighting for this breakthrough, like mostly all upright. You know, like I said, we all have a story, right? We all come from somewhere. Like I said, we've been broken down, this is like bad relationships, you know, bad friendships, whether it's mental, physical, any type of like abuse or any detriment. We all pretty much, most of us have a similar background to where we went through something that brought us so much turmoil and it hurt us to the core. But these are the cases to where we learn from them, and instead of playing victim, we can help somebody else. Like, hey, this is what I went through, and this is how I got out of it, and this is how I removed the badge of being that. I'm no longer that. I'm this now. Let me lift you up. Let me help you out of that. You know, Ten of Swords in reverse energy. Okay, it can be hard. You know, especially with what's playing out. This is where they want us to be, in the fear, vibrating really low, the music, the food. I mean, you name it. I can go down a whole list. But it's like we have to recognize this is where they want us at. They don't want you to elevate. They don't want you to go, right? So we have to figure out more solutions on how we can do that. And we have to help each other get out of this stuff. I know some people aren't willing to listen. Like, let's say if you're talking to a friend or you talking to a family member, you know, it's already a bias right there. Like, some people just don't want to hear it. They could be embarrassed. So the embarrassment factor could be playing out, especially with all this Leo energy right now. You could be embarrassed in some form or fashion. Like, oh, you know, your auntie could be mad at you, like, you supposed to have kids in the house right now and all this stuff. And you know, here goes your parents, or here goes whoever it is, like, you know, or you're comparing yourself to other people, but it's like, you don't know what they went through to get to where they're at. Like, you want to repeat that? I always tell people, be careful of the lifestyle that when you look at people online and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, I want to be like them, or I want to have, better watch what you ask for. Because, honey, you don't know what they did to get all that, okay? So you got to be careful with that. Words are spells, guys. We're doing rituals and spells all day long, whether you like it or not, okay? We need to make that real clear. So we're all trying to look for this breakthrough with the Ace of Swords in reverse. Everyone's wanting a breakthrough, and some people feel like they're in a detriment, or you may feel sometimes, like I said, some days it's not going to be peaches, rainbows, and popsicle sticks. Sometimes it's hard, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you come across people and you meet people and you're like, damn, I just wasted my time and energy on that person next, or this job, or, you know, whatever it is for you. And you're like, dang it. Like, when is something going to break? When is it going to push through? And I feel like a lot of us are coming from that. And now we're starting to see, you know, we actually can make something work. Let's do this. Like, I'm tired. Like, I know everybody's tired. Like, aren't you tired? You tired of your own shit? Are you tired of what's been playing out? Shoot, I know I'd be looking at it like, oh, God. Like, can we get out of that? Come on. Like, but I'm only one person, right? I'd be like, that's why I be trying to connect with y'all, like, online and stuff, and actually meet people and, like, oh, you got this going on? Okay, cool. Like, you know, make yourself be seen, make yourself be known. What are you here for? What do you have? What do you got going on? That way we can kind of more so come together instead of being stuck alone, sitting in the closet. You know what I'm saying? you know, we do have to do shadow work, but the healing is a never ending journey. So I feel like a lot of us have this story and we're coming from that, right? There's a story. Everyone has a story. Now utilize that story to fuel your main character energy. You know how you hear like Tony Robbins and all them, like, you know, you hear these guys, Zig Ziglar and all these people, like they went from, what's the main story, like broke, homeless, you know, not a pot to piss in kind of an energy, to millionaire status. How did they do it, right? What is your story? What is your legacy that you want to build? Really start thinking about this stuff. I feel like a lot of us have gotten the message. It's taken a lot of pages to get through it. Like I said, that's that in and out energy. That's that people that you can't trust, that weren't loyal. One minute they say they there and they all this, and then they're not. You know, actions don't match the words. That's that page energy. You know, it's like putting bugs in your ear or trying to get you to live the lifestyle that they wanted you to live. Mostly parents and family members kind of do that. Like whatever they didn't get to do, they're trying to force that upon you, and really that's not what you want to do, you know. So we had to get through a lot of pages to do that, and this is where you have to have discernment. This is where you'll be able to spot the snake. This is where you'll be able to spot the leech. This is where you'll be able to spot the person that's like your worst enemy. This is where you'll be able to spot like all that negative stuff, right? Because you've been through it, you've seen it. We have to pay attention to that. Okay, and we have to move along, right? In order to see these things, you also have to be grounded and balanced within your own energy in order to do that. And that's why mental health, that's why I was talking about that earlier, and spiritual health is very key during this time, okay? So I feel like here, as you start to see those messages and you start to go through life, now you're starting to pick up the pieces. You're like, okay, you know what? I know what that's looking like, you know, and you could be a chameleon. And now you know whether you need to participate or not, right? And you don't have to do this with bashing anyone. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to be yelling to get a point across or whatever have you. Like I said, you could be within someone's energy in 1 minute, and then the next you can just poof, remove it, okay, with that air energy. Sometimes you may need to announce these things and inform people, and sometimes it's just at a detriment towards like, oh no, you just gotta run, right? Every situation is different, but I always say it's healthy not to ghost people, but sometimes, you know, if it's like in a good vibe, like you feel like, you know, some cases you'll meet people, coworkers, friends, lovers, whoever, to where it just naturally, it should be able to naturally like kind of break away. You know what I mean? Like, and that's where you know, like, okay, cool. They doing their thing. I'm living my life. They live in their life. There's no animosity. There's no negative energy. There's no blood on either of our hands. We just kind of just drifted apart. It should be like that. You know what I mean? It should be like that. When it's like that, that means you ain't got to worry about it. Keep going forward. Your foundation. What bricks are you using to build your foundation, to paint that house? What is it? Stucco? What are we doing? Like, where are we living? What are we doing? How are we doing it? Okay, Aries energy is that powerful, you know, fire energy that we have here. Our North Node is in Aries, guys. New faces, new places, change, uncomfortability, if that's even a word. It may be uncomfortable as you're building these bricks, right? As you're putting the legs under the table, it may be super uncomfortable. This is why, hence, a lot of people don't like change. I'm going through a lot of growing pains and a lot of things that are uncomfortable, but I'm putting myself in the fire, Aries energy, and getting it done. Don't worry about, you know, the woulda, shoulda, couldas. Just take action. Just go. Like, you know, Aries, they kind of like, they'll like just act first and then think later, which can be a low key of a detriment. There's duality within everything. But sometimes you have to do that though. You can't sit there and ask 50 questions. Just do it. Sometimes you just have to do it. And sometimes we do these things subconsciously. You know, that's why sometimes you can like do something and daydream at the same time. Like you're doing these things subconsciously without even asking yourself. So sometimes to get going on these changes or these new opportunities or these new things that are presented to you, you can't know everything right then and there at the drop of a dime. You have to experience it to know it. So this is where the surrender energy is going to come from when you're building your foundation to bring the stability and support and security that you need. And then here goes the celebration, right? Because sometimes when you surrender to that and you're not sitting there trying to figure every little thing out, you're going to probably learn more based off of experiencing it and seeing it for yourself and seeing how things play out instead of creating your own movie or your own, you know, it's like you're creating little short films in your mind. When you do that, you think you have the beginning and the ending, you know how things are going to play out. It could be total opposite. It can be totally the different thing. And then now here you go, you set yourself up with all these squares and challenges now that you got to dig yourself out of because you assumed something. So just experience it. And this is what's called being in the present moment. Be in the present so that Jupiter can really expand these things for you as you're building your bricks. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, you're more in the, like, I would say, optimistic energy. And then you'll receive the justice and everything balances out organically because you're not thinking about it. Like I said earlier, if you're thinking about how you're going to pay rent or pay bills or this or that, just focus on creating and being solution-based and taking action. And then all of that other little minute stuff kind of will come together. I got school loans, I got debt, oh, my credit's bad, oh, I got this, I can't. It's like you're operating in fear and you're putting obstacles in your face. It's like you're the one setting up the hurdles and the cones. Why? Don't do that to yourself. You know what I mean? Everything will balance it out, but you just have to be more optimistic and be solution-based and be more present. It's good to have, a vision, right? So get to that vision. That's all you should be worrying about, is creating and going there and tapping into these new opportunities and having these experiences. North Node energy, just forge forward. Because when you think of all of these things, as you're putting these obstacles in your face, oh, I can't do this unless I have an 800 credit score, or I can't do this unless I have this, or I can't do, you know what I mean, unless I have a car, or unless I have this much amount of money, or you're putting those in your mind. You're setting up these cones and these obstacles. Like, don't think that way. Think the other way. Think like, what if I did already have this? This is how I would act. This is how I would operate. You know what I'm saying? This will allow you to get out of that. And that's what helped me. That's why I'll never give up on myself. This is where the ambition comes from. This is why I never stop doing what I'm doing, no matter how many likes, views, subscribes, whatever. Like, I keep going because I want to do it. It feels good to my soul. It feels so good. And then everything kind of balances out. Everything starts to kind of come to you. Whatever you were asking for, whatever you did need or want, it just kind of just... It gets thrown in your path at the right time. It's so crazy how it works. It's just like, oh, I was looking for that, or oh, I needed that, or oh, it's like it can come through a person. It could come just pop up in your face. It could come on the ground. It could go, however it's gonna come. It just comes in when you need it. It's just like, what the heck? Synchronicity, baby. Because I'm not focused on a problem. I'm more focused on the solution. Okay, and that's when the scales will balance. Libra energy. Moving on. Having the emotional intelligence is also key as well. Okay, Ace of Chalices. Ace of Chalices, being empathetic, putting yourself in other people's shoes. Okay, really feeling it out, not judging people. You know, they say don't judge a book by its cover. We can't be judgy. Like, here's the deal. I know when I moved back home, it's more predominantly white, right? We still have people driving around Confederate flags and stuff like that. But if I put my mind in that, that's all I'm gonna see. But if I go in the store and I just be me, my bubbly self, hey, how you doing? What's going on? No matter what color, race, size, whatever, I don't see any of that. I don't experience any of that because my mind is not there in the negative. It's more in the positive. I don't care if you're green, purple, yellow, blue. People come up to me and talk to me as if I'm Mrs. Phil. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't experience any of that because my mind is not there expecting it or thinking about it or creating my little short film of who I think this person is based off of judging them. We can't judge because you never know. So, like I have cases where, you know what I mean? Like when you're in that mindset, it's like all these grand things will happen to you. Like when you don't think like that in the negative side, you think more positive, and you never know. They'll help you. They'll probably open the door for you or let you go first or be more catering, or the hospitality factor can rev up, or you might have a grand conversation where you might learn something. They might drop a gem. They might be a referral for something that you needed or for your house, whatever it is. It could be anything. So having that emotional intelligence is going to be key. Some of us may need to utilize that Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy within things that we're doing. Remember, it's all about having a balance. You'll know if you're operating more in your divine masculine energy because you're always in your head and you're just like do. You might have missed the mark on the divine feminine energy. If you're more like always emotional, crying, sad, hurt, you're operating more in your divine feminine energy. And so it's like, so we have to remember, balance the scales and have both, okay? Have that balance. That way you have enough to pour out of your chalice to somebody else. That way you'll have space. You know what I'm saying? When you know you're good, you love on yourself harder than you love on anybody else or anything else, you'll have enough to overpour. You'll have enough to give, okay? This will also allow you to, when you have emotional intelligence, to really build what you need to build, okay? 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, this is like completing those old cycles, getting rid of old patterns, behaviors, beliefs, whatever it was that you were tapping into, and building a solid foundation, planting good seeds. So this new moon energy, this is where you want to go, right? Next, when it comes full moon, you'll see if you planted good or bad seeds, because you'll be just picking the weeds out of the garden. Oh, okay, this looks nice. Let me just pick this out. Okay, cool. But if you didn't plant any seed, if you did plant bad seeds, you won't see nothing's growing. You won't have the money. You'll be sitting there like, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm BROKE. Oh my God, this, woe is me. Like you'll just be a mess because you planted some bad seeds. So now you're going to force yourself to dig yourself out of that. But for majority of us, we have Mars and Virgo as well, but this is Venus energy. Venus is retrograding. I did a post the other day, if you guys follow me on Threads, or I don't do Twitter anymore, so it's Threads, or Spill. I was talking about how this Venus retrograde should have shown you the new version of you right now. Comparing it to, oh, okay, this is the same scenario that happened to me a year ago or 2 years ago. It's playing out again in the retrograde season. How you react and respond now is based off, it's going to let you know if you're operating your new character, main character energy, or if you're like back as the same person that you used to be. It'll let you know that this Venus retrograde is more personal. This whole retrograde season is more personal. This retrograde season ain't retrograding like how it used to be, y'all. It really ain't. Put a thumbs up if you peep game on that. It's not the same like it used to be. It's all about really you, like identifying what you got going on, things that you've been through. Did you surpass them, or are you repeating things over and over again? Do you know what's a good thing for you and what's a bad thing for you? Do you know what you should be moving along with and what you shouldn't be? That's what it should be showing you. So for majority, glad to hear it, you've passed the test. Moving forward, right? You looked at this Virgo energy, so you've seen the little details of everything. You're like, you know what? Especially this week with these aspects that are playing out. This week should have shown you, because you got a lot of Uranus energy chilling, and then the moon's about to go into Virgo, okay? So this week should have definitely even showed you, like, you know what? Some of you guys might have went back to a vice, a person, place, or thing, but yet now maybe you're more mature about it, or maybe you know how to handle it now, or maybe you know that, okay, I'm not overindulging, I'm doing it in moderation, so it's not a bad thing, you know, this is actually a good thing, or I have control over this or that. This week should definitely show you these things. So I like that the 10 of Pentacles came out, you know, and also too, it's just letting you know, still continue to take action. If you completed one list, create another. I know there's something else you got to do. There's something else that you want to do. There's something else that you want to complete. I feel like we're always just going forward. Now it's like reset, start over. Okay, you built that. You've mastered this. Okay, now boom, master this, and then master that. You know what I mean? Or, okay, I completed that. Okay, on to the next thing that I want to do. Because 10, break it down, 1, new journey, new beginnings, new faces, new places, doing things differently, operating in the North Node energy. But also paying attention to the fine details. Virgo energy is very structured, okay? In order to build into complete cycles instead of repeating them and create new circumstances for yourself, I know the hardest thing for me was discipline, right? My Saturn energy, I think there's my zodiac, it falls there. It's like I had to force myself to gain discipline. That's how I came here already. So I know I had to work extra harder to make sure I get things done, especially when it comes to duties, responsibilities, and obligations. So as far as in order to do that, with this Virgo energy here on 10 of Pentacles, they're very disciplined. They can be very structured, very organized. So in order to, you know, maintain what you have going on, if you like it and you're stable and you're good to go, and you rinse and repeat, keep that same system going. Sometimes it's all about having a structure of systems so that you can master other things. I remember like an old one of like the higher ranking people that I dealt with in one of my opportunities years ago. He always told me, he goes, you know how I'm able to like produce in every single opportunity that I'm in, and I could do multiple at a time? Because I have a system. I create a system and I stay disciplined with that system, and the system ain't broke. It works every time, and boom, 6 figures every time. 6 figures every time. Another opportunity, 6 figures, 6 figures. I'm like, God, like, dang, what's the secret sauce? Can you tell me the sauce? He was like known as one of the major gurus. So he flew me out to where he lived, and like we sat down and really talked about it. And I was like, yo. But back then, you know, that, like I said, the mental health, spiritual health, all of that other physical health also matters too. That plays a key part. That's a part of it. So if you want to enjoy the lavish things and not repeat any of these cycles, and you have the structure and the discipline to do so, you also have to take care of your vessel and your mind, body, and soul, what feels so good to you. That's all a part of the equation. That's why rest and rejuvenation, all of these things matter. Everything matters in that sense in order to keep going. Okay? Because if not, you could be all in your head with this 5 of Swords energy. Okay? 5 of Swords is like having a conflict. You know, this is Aquarius energy too. You know, Aquarius is, it's like they're supposed to be walking around getting to know people and, you know, coming together with their cool, innovative ideas, because it's Uranus energy, right? As well as Capricorn, or not Capricorn, Saturn energy. Because ruled by Saturn, I say co-ruled by Uranus, because Uranus is a little bit farther out. So I say it's a Saturn. I say Aquarius or Saturn kids, Satan, whatever you call it. Just like Capricorn. So it's like, okay, like in order to be innovative and get out of my head and stuff, it's like get out of your mind. Like don't overthink, don't overanalyze. Like get out of your head. Like whatever you have in your head, you might think it's like the most craziest, outlandish thing. But I'm telling you right now, with these aspects that are playing out, you could be the plug, you could be the go-to, you could be the person that just like, it's the new thing since sliced bread. It's the best thing. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. So you never know. That means something because I just sneezed too. Whatever you have in your head, write it down. Write it down and then take action on it and see how people react and respond to it. Because you never know where it can bring you. You never know. You might help somebody. You might save a life. You might create a bag out of it. That might bring home the bacon. That's your home run right there to ending, you know, your drought or whatever have you, whatever it is that you got tapping into. You never know. Okay. So you utilize your own magi. I love that this is the last card right here. I'm telling you, when I asked for it, what do we need the alchemy of it all? Utilize your own magi. Not what's already, see, when you copy what's already been out here, I mean, that's not using anything new. Who are you as a unique individual? Who are you? What do you have going on? You be you to the fullest, unapologetically. The most authentic version of you needs to come to the forefront now. It needs to happen now in order for you to have this new beginning with this number 1. And with this Mercury energy, you might have to utilize your throat chakra. You might have to speak up a little bit. You might have to talk to somebody. You need to converse with a couple of people. You might need to change the circle of who you're talking to or what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, words are spells. That Mercury energy. You can get yourself into rooms where your name was been there this whole time. Now you're walking in it. Now you're walking through it without even realizing, like, oh shit, did I just materialize? Did I just manifest? Am I walking in my manifestation right now? What? You never know. So utilize all the tools that you have in your toolbox, all the little books and everything that you have in your backpack, everything that you have, use it though. Because without all these tools, without all these things that you have going on, without all these things that they're even providing for us, like I said, the AI and all that stuff, instead of, you know, hating on people that know how to use it, make it work for you. Like, for example, let's give you a real life example. You guys know, if you watch online right now, especially when it comes to TikTok and all that stuff, hi Gani, you see this one chick, I forgot her name, but she's doing the whole AI. You know what I mean? Like, she's like the whole robot and she's live. And she's like, ice cream, I like that. This, that, whatever. Mariachi, yay. Like, whatever it is. It's kind of funny. But some people, I don't know if they have a plan. There's no intention. They're just doing it just because it's trendy. It's like doing something without knowing what you're doing because you're following at that point. But if you're like this chick who utilized her following, everyone's seen that, oh my God, okay, she's doing this. Now she's getting like brand deals. It's like she changed the piping system. They're like, okay, this is what they're giving us right now. I'm going to use this to my advantage now. Okay, cool. So now she has these ads where she's trying all these like Fashion Nova outfits. What about this? You know? And that. Like, it's like a real life video game, but she utilized it to her advantage, and now all that money is circling back to her in her bag, though. You know what I'm saying? So instead of hating, figure out how all these tools can actually help you by utilizing your own magi and do something different. Do something outside of the box. Who cares? Utilize that Aquarius Uranus energy. The unexpected can come out of whatever it is that you're tapping into. I hope I'm motivating somebody here on this call today. Somebody in the chat. Somebody got the message. Something. Like, we're all unique. We're all different. We all have something different to bring. But the more of us that keep copying and following other people, I'm just like, it's like we're going to be repeating the same things over and over again. If you want to have a new world, you got to be the new version of you. And embrace the new version of you. Don't be scared. You can't be scared. What you scared for? I'm going to pull out some angel cards here really quick. And then we're going to go into the individual signs really quick. Because that was a spread for your mama. Got me over here sweating, hot. You guys, it's been so hot over here. I don't know about y'all. Okay. I'm over here like, I don't care. I'm hot, sweaty, and I'll still be going live with y'all. I don't care. You just can't care anymore. Like, we're real. You know what I'm saying? This is real life. It's happening in real time. Okay, guys, let's get our what deck is this? Oh shit. I think this is the angel deck. I'm sorry guys, we've got the lawnmowers, blower, whole world out there, you know, with their tools and if you hear it, sorry. Okay, what do we need to see? What do we need to see? What do we need to be reminded of? Give us something so we can get the people going. What gets you going? As a collective, what do we need to see? We can't be shy anymore, guys. We gotta just go for it. Just go for it. Just do it. We're gonna make mistakes along the way. It's not gonna be perfect. But you won't know until you experience it and try it, right? Jesus. We have a lot going on here. Some of these names might ring a bell for you. I seen this name yesterday too. I feel like I seen this name, Oshana. I'm already taking that one. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have Astara, okay? You deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires. Don't compromise. This is what I was telling you guys earlier about, you know, I don't, like I said, you could be so nice, but don't be so nice to where it's like you're people pleasing, or you're just trying to, you know, fit in, or you're trying to get in somebody's good graces and then you get the short end of the stick. You have to make sure that you walk in that room and you know, yeah, you could be nice and all that, but some people still know not to mess with you, right? So we also have Mystique here. Keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miracles and solutions to appear. Okay, so like I said, don't have that doubt, don't have that fear. Keep going forward. Like I said, you're going to lose people along the way. This could be lovers, friends, jobs, you know, material possessions, or people, places, and things. Whatever it is that you lose, leave it behind. Let it go. Just keep going forward. If you're sitting there having conversations about what you lost, what you don't have, you're thinking in lack, woe is me, that's more of what you're going to get. It only makes sense because you're putting, wherever your energy is focused on, that's what's going to expand. Remember, Jupiter's in Taurus, so it's specifically also going to be more so catered to our material possessions. Okay, so be careful of what you're putting your energy into, like to the max right now. Make sure it's something good for yourself, okay? And just keep going. Whatever falls off, whatever drops off, whatever doesn't work, just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep forward. Just, oh, all right, that happened. Observe it, learn about it, and then move on. You know what I'm saying? We do also have Vanessa here. So to make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which takes me away from it? This is what I was telling you earlier. That's that Venus retrograde kind of an energy, okay? It's like, it should be letting you know, should you go forward, or are you going forward, or are you going backwards right now with this main character energy that you're in, or this new character, or this new version of yourself, or are you even a new version of yourself, or are you the same old person? Like, it should let you know the answers to this, okay, as you're walking through purpose. We also have Aurora here as well. You are flying high right now. Look at that. Which may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. Ooh, I love this, because it kind of brought up to the point of what I was talking about earlier when I said, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Just keep forging forward and do you, because if you think about it, like I said, when people don't recognize the value, when you're right in their face, you're giving it to them all the time, you're always available, you're always there, they take you for granted. They don't really value you anymore. It's kind of like until you remove yourself and exit and get away from it, right? Then they'll be like, oh, dang, she or he was actually lit. Like they changed my life, or they did this, they did that. They won't recognize that. So I love that this card came out as well, because, you know, we live in these times to where you just being you, people can hate you for it, and it sucks. So you can't let that stop you. You can't let that defeat you on your journey. You can't. You just got to keep going forward. Okay. We do also have Oshana here as well. Take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. All this fire energy, hell yeah, we should assert ourselves. Hell yeah, you need to take action. I mean, come on, people. North Node in Aries, True Node in Aries, Chiron's in Aries, even like healing yourself, healing your wounds. We also have the sun, the moon, the luminaries in Leo, guys, right now. Like I said, Venus, Leo, fire energy. Go forward. We got a lot playing out here, okay? Take action. Trusting your gut, trusting your intuition, because you also have to remember we still have Saturn and Neptune and Pisces right now. So people can be selling pipe dreams. So like I said, utilizing that emotional intelligence is going to be important. That's why. Okay. We also have Fiona here as well. Now that you've asked the angels for help, to open or be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance, you deserve heaven's help. So closed mouth doesn't get fed last time I checked. If you're trying to help yourself, help somebody else, or save, you know, you got to save yourself, put your mask on first, and then you can go help other people, right? So tell people what it is that you're tapping into. What is your creative gift, idea, skill, talent? What do you, knowledge, whatever it is that you have, put it to the forefront. Talk about it, be that, be it. Let people know who you are. Shine bright like the star that you are, you know, like Rihanna, shine bright like a diamond. Like literally, like straight up. I feel like Go listen to that song. Maybe it'll pump you up just a little bit. Listen to the lyrics of it though. For real. Seriously. We also have Daniel here. Oh, I'm the angel of marriage and I'm assisting you right now. Okay. Find out where Ceres is at in your chart. But I love this because you don't have to think of marriage as like literally we're getting married. You know what I mean? Or some people can, like having soul contracts. If you want to do that, that's cool, you know, for you. But you can look at it as a marriage, thinking of what's the word I'm looking for? You can think of it as like committing to something. If you want to see a better life, or you want better headlines, you want to have a story, or you want to build a legacy for your children, or to help the kids of this world, or to see some type of change, you need to be the change and commit yourself to something. And fly high, baby, with it. Fly high, because oh God, I just got emotional. Someone that I met online passed away the other day. He was only 21, and he literally was like so funny, living the dream. He had the money, the cars, the hoes, the clothes. He had everything. He was always this bright light. He was fighting for his life, and he didn't make it. So when I tell you, remove that doubt, remove that fear, and take action, because you never know what's going to happen the next minute. You never know what's going to happen the next day. Stop being scared of yourself and just do you and be you. I'm sorry that I'm having an emotional moment. You guys know there's the Pisces energy coming out. But you have to be you. Okay? Do you. Forge forward. Who cares what anybody thinks about you? This is dead. I'm dead serious right now. Like, for real. Don't let anybody get in your way. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. Don't let anybody speak down on you. And if they do, just take it as fuel to make yourself go harder. The haters are going to be your biggest fans. They're your biggest fans. Okay? The strangers might even support you more than family or friends. Or they might be the first ones. Not saying that family won't support you, but you just got to go forward, okay? Ooh, excuse me, I had a moment. You have Athena. It is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. Literally kind of what I just said. It's safe for you to bring your power to the forefront. Now, I'm not saying like tell everybody you're magi and what you have going on, but it's safe for you to walk in that space to where you own it. Utilize this fire energy, especially new moon energy when you're planting your new seeds, right? And Leos are so confident, and this is why they're a whole lituation and they keep things lit, because they're not afraid to forge forward and take action and be the life of the party and bring the party to something that's boring, or you know, bring that creative energy and that spark to whatever's playing out. You be that. You be that. Okay, we do also have Azure here as well. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it to happen. Okay? Like I said, what's for you is for you. If people fall off, if people, places, and things fall off on your journey, let them fall. Let it go. And just go forward, period. Sometimes when, you know, later on in life, you know how things circle back. We are in retrograde season, so certain things are circling back. So it's kind of like, it's a test for you to see, okay, are you reacting and responding the same way you did a year ago or a couple months ago or whatever it is? Or are you in this new version? Before you would have, you know, probably, you could have been this whole gangster before, right? You would have done X, Y, and Z. And now it's like, you know what? I'm not going to put any time and energy to that anymore. You know, it's like testing yourself. You just have to be patient. I feel like patience is going to be key for a lot of people too. Where are we at with time? I'll do a 1-card pull for individual signs, and then I'm gonna kind of get out of here because I got some stuff I got to do. Yeah. So I think we should bust out the wheel. So let's bust out the wheel, guys, really quick here. We're gonna do all the way from Pisces to Aries, and I'm just gonna do a quick pull, give you a little bit of love in your heart, a little bit of love. Where's my, I like to use my shiny, that one's calling me right now and I can't find it. Okay, found it. I'm like, if you don't think about it, it'll come. Okay, guys, so how I do this can be your sun, moon, rising reading. You can use as your big 3. And I'm going to do all the way from Aries to Pisces. Everything will be time-stamped. That way you guys can refer back to it. So let's see what message comes out. We're going to do Aries, sun, moon, or rising. Here. Okay. All right, Aries. The Magician. Aries, you are the Magician. Okay. Utilize all your tools in your toolbox, your backpack. You know, I feel like you are making things happen for yourself. Sometimes we can get in our own way, in our own head. So make sure you're not doing that and forge forward and take action and make sure that you are creating the spaces and creating these, creating the life that you want to see for yourself, having these new experiences, going forward, alchemizing energy, being a whole chemist, you know what I'm saying? Like putting things together that you never imagined that you could even do. You know, if you put your mind to something, you take action on it, you'll be so shocked at the outcome. So I feel like this is a good energy for you to be in. This will bring home the bacon for you. This is what will build your armor. This is where I feel like you have everything. You have the pentacle. It's like all elements, utilizing the air, the earth, the water, and the fire, and putting it all together to create something beautiful for your, not only just for yourself, maybe for others that are around you. Being an angelic spirit that you are, okay? Taurus, sun, moon, rising. Taurus, you have 9 of Cups energy here. Taurus, I feel like here, it's like, okay, things are looking up for you. It's like, it's 9 cups though, okay? It's not 10. It's like you have all these 9 cups, they're sitting behind you, and it's kind of like, okay, it's like you're putting your best foot forward in things that you're doing right now, hence why you're going to have a wish that's going to come that could be fulfilled for you, or something's going to materialize for you that's going to come together. You're not going to know how this is going to happen, but I also feel like here as well, you know, with the 9 of Cups energy, it's like something's coming through for you, but you're going to be uncertain as to how you're going to go about it, how you should move forward with it. That's for you to decide, and it's going to pull on your heartstrings a little bit. This is a card of emotion, so or you're going to feel some type of way, but I feel like right now you're looking good. Things are looking up for you. It's feeling good. You're vibing off that. It's kind of like you went through this death and rebirth phase, and now it's like you're starting to see this new version of you. It's playing out, and you're like, okay, so now your heart is being more fulfilled versus before. So this is good. So something could be coming towards you, or this could be a new feeling that you can have about yourself. Maybe you're loving on yourself a little bit more, a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? You're like, you know what? I actually like this version of me, and I'm in love with myself. So if you can't love me the way that I love me, like, you know, you're like, so it's like whatever you went through before, maybe you realize you weren't loving on yourself hard enough. You know what I'm saying? Because you allowed X, Y, and Z to transpire, things of that nature. Like you got yourself in a square or a challenge. Especially when it comes to maybe relationships or dealing with other people. It's like you recognize before you didn't love yourself as much as you love yourself now, because you won't allow that to happen again. So something's about to pop up. So you'll have to utilize your discernment, because it may pull on your heartstrings. Or this could just be you, like, you know, a feeling or an emotion that you have for yourself. And it's going to be a good one. So that's good. Next, we have Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Love that for you. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Ooh, you have the World in reverse. So Gemini, there's certain things that are happening right now. It's like, as I was saying earlier, as you're starting to unfold, there's certain things that possibly aren't happening the way that you would want them to happen or the way that you expected them to transpire. So you have to recognize with all these changes that are occurring, the wheel will start to turn in your favor. You just have to surrender a little bit more and not trying to control the narrative. Because with this World card in reverse here, you know, it's giving, try not to force anything, you know, let things play out the way they're supposed to play out. Try not to think too much about certain things or put too much energy into people, places, and things that really don't matter or that don't make you feel good. Kind of like what I was saying in the beginning. A lot of things are going to happen to where we're going to be like, oh, dang. Or it can happen in a way like you might get what you want, but the way that it transpired or the way that it came about really wasn't all that favorable, but it's still here kind of a vibe. You know, that's what I said. So kind of surrender a little bit more. You could be operating more in your divine masculine energy as well. You might be too much in your emotions. I mean, in your thoughts right now. Or you could be, you know, a person that is drowning in the divine feminine energy where you're in your emotions. You could be either or. But I feel like here, find that nice balance for yourself. Okay, that way things can start to happen and things can start to turn in your favor. That way you're not questioning life or questioning or doubting or having fear or depression or stress or whatever it is that, you know, that's an unfavorable feeling for you right now at the moment. That way that won't keep coming about. Okay, take it easy. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Yeah, you could be going through a whole transformation. Is what I got to you, Gemini. You could be going through a whole transformation, and it's like those growing pains, you know. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Six of Wands in reverse. Cancer, there's something that you're doing right now to where it's like there's no reciprocity in it. You're not receiving the recognition, rewards, or the praise for whatever it is that you're tapping into. You got to remember, Venus is retrograding right now. So whatever activities that you're doing or whatever it is that you're tapping into right now, be careful. You might be overindulging in something or overdoing something to where this is why it's not getting reciprocated. Because when you're overdoing something, you're putting too much into something, this could be that energy of like, you're doing it too much to where either A, people are blinded by your light, or B, it's just, you know, when you do too much of something, it's never a good thing. It's not leading you into the spaces or places or with new faces that you want them to be. Okay. Or it could be a sign of stagnancy that maybe whatever it is you're putting your blood, sweat, and tears into, there's one of those things or one aspect of life right now, something that you're taking action on, that ain't it. If it's stuck, stagnant, or not that it's not it, you still may need to learn a few things or see a few things. And then you'll start to receive recognition, praise, and rewards and whatever it is that you're looking for. Okay? So figure out what that is. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Death card. Leo, death, rebirth, transformation. Be open to all of this right now. You know, if you could be either forcing yourself in this new transformation right now. You're like, you know what? I need this new version of me. Oh my God, I'm going to cry again. That Leo card with the death card. Okay. So you could be forging forward, but just make sure you're not as you're going through this transformation, make sure you're just not stepping on anybody or stomping on everybody and doing it in a malicious kind of a way. You know, make sure that it is favorable. You're utilizing your integrity. and you're open to this change and this death and rebirth kind of a process. Okay, this might be, you might be letting go of intimate connections. You might be removing certain people right now during this time, or the people that you used to be intimate with, you're not intimate anymore. Intimacy doesn't have to involve sex. It could just mean the people that you used to, you know, talk to or close knitted with might be changing for you. Okay, so just be open to it during this time. But I say welcome your new main character energy. Welcome that in. Okay, it's a new version of you. We're all going through some type of change or transformation right now. So the more that you accept it, the easier that it will be for yourself. Virgo, sun, moon, rising. The moon. And the moon is about to go into Virgo. I swear to God. The moon is going in. Let me see when the moon will actually go into Virgo while we're on in the topic right now. I don't know what time. Let me see. Let's do hour by hour. Because the moon right now is at 28 degrees. Okay, so, in a few hours, the moon's going to go into Virgo, like 3 hours where I'm at. I'm Pacific Standard Time. So that's funny. The moon card came out. Okay, so the moon is how we react or respond, right? So as far as you go, Virgo, it's going to be more of that. Tapping into that divine feminine energy and allowing yourself to just... This, I feel like you're going to be very powerful because the moon's going to be in your sign. And also we have Mars in Virgo, which is the planet of action. So the divine feminine, divine masculine, I feel like you're going to be very balanced for the most part. But if not, it's telling you to find balance. Something may be revealed to you. You might notice something. You might see something. You know, you guys are very analytical. You guys like think of the questions that are just most outside of the box, or you just know how to break something down, build it back up, and put your own finesse on it. So let's see what plays out for you. You might be able to recognize something during this new moon energy here. Plant those seeds. Okay, I feel like you could be, you know, maybe some darkness is going to come to the light, whether this is about how you feel or about something that you're tapping into right now during this time. Okay. So let's go Libra, sun, moon, rising. Oh, let me do a shuffle. It's like, I feel like with that moon energy, Virgo, it's just like, make sure, be real, be authentic, be true to yourself on your path forward. You'll recognize wherever you're coming from. It could be a dark space that you're coming from or you're getting out of, and maybe it's you accepting that and just or recognizing there's certain things that you don't need to be doing anymore on this new path that you're on. So you might have to leave a lot of people in the dark as you elevate. It's not like no one will have access to you, but things have to, like a major change something has to shift straight up. Because you're just elevating. Libra, sun, moon, rising. Ooh, you have Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Libra, are we dealing with Knight? Are you the Knight? You're just coming in and coming out? Libra, so I feel like here definitely when it comes to the matters of financial stability, building your financial support, things of that nature, you need to ground yourself. You need to use the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. Hopefully when the moon goes into Virgo, you utilize that energy to ground yourself. You could be trying to do so many different things, or you're just so focused on maybe money, the bag, or something that you're trying to build, where it's just like, it's just 1 minute you have it, next minute you don't, and you got to find something else. You got to be like, it's like an in and out kind of a vibe. make sure you find balance within that. You can be very flighty, like in and out. It's giving like ghostly energy, breadcrumbs. I don't know what you tapping into. I don't know what you got going on, Libra. Moving on. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh, did I just put that card? Hold on. Ace of Pentacles. Love to hear it. This is a new opportunity, probably new money. Maybe someone is going to offer you some money or offer you an opportunity to offer you some type of knowledge. Maybe you could take action on it, turn it into wisdom, it turns it into a bag. This could be going from an old job to a new job, no job to building a business. It's like a lot of grand things could be coming to you. I love this for you. Some type of new beginning is coming in for you, or it's telling you maybe you need to start something fresh. Maybe you need to do something different. Especially if your bank account ain't matching up with the vision that you have for yourself. You know, you might need to tap into that. Figure out what you can offer. Remember, last time I checked, you are the esoteric bag. So what can you offer? What type of gift, talent, or skill or knowledge do you have that you can give to the people? You know, and in return, you will seek, you know, stability, security. You'll have that based off of you just probably being you, whatever it is that you got going on. Okay, love that for you. Beautiful energy. So get your head out the clouds, get out of your mind, and take action, especially when it comes to if you want to have the material, you want to be secure within like maybe a home, a car, money, trips, wherever it is, like as far as the material possessions wise. If you're seeking that, you ain't got it right now, and that's what you're looking for, instead of using somebody else to get it, you can do it for yourself. You just gotta take action. Sag. Sag, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Two of Pentacles. You're juggling a lot right now, Sag. You have a lot on your plate. You have a lot going on right now. And it is like giving the infinity symbol. But having so much, it's like sometimes when you do too much or you have too much on your plate and you're juggling a lot, it's like it causes you to stay stuck in a loop. Okay? And then this loop can look like, oh, one day you have hella money, next day you ain't got none. You know what I mean? It's like it's still, you're chasing something to where there's no like out. So you gotta like, whatever it is that you are juggling, you might have too much going on. You might need to narrow it down, and take a moment. Use this when the moon goes into Virgo. Use this energy in a few hours. Use that energy to get structured, get detailed, discipline. Look at everything with a fine-tooth comb and see, what can I drop off my plate? Or maybe you just need to restructure something or change your perspective about something or go at something in a different way, that way it doesn't feel like you're juggling all these things, especially when it comes to the Pentacle energy. Or you might have a lot of ideas that you need to be putting down. You might have too much going on to where it's like, what is your relationship with money with that number 2? What is your relationship with money? Because if you're always saying you're broke or you don't have something, or you know, if you're looking at it in that, you're always thinking in lack. So your seeds that you're planting are going to be of that energy, and you don't want that for yourself. So I would say if you're juggling, it's like you're trying to make $1 out of 15 cents kind of an energy, make sure that you are thinking of what would you do with the amount of money that you need. So let's say you need $30,000, right? What would you do with the $30,000 is what you need to be thinking about, versus saying I don't have this or I don't have that, or you know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to call in that energy. Think of the things that you'd be doing with that, or whatever however much money you need, or whatever it is that you need to be materializing right now. Think of that, you know, versus the other way around. And then I bet you that'll kind of free up some time or free up, you know, whatever it is that you're juggling right now. It's like you got a lot going on. Or it could just be in your mind, like you have all these ideas, but yet you might not have the time to put it on the table, you know? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, Cappies. Ooh, I kind of flew out. 3 of Cups. Celebration. Have a good time night. I like 3 of Cups. 3 is giving, I feel like you're focusing on with where you're at. You know, you could be in your home or in your community or in your environment, whether this is dealing with family, if you have kids, or like I said, your community, like in your surroundings right now, it feels good. You feel it's like a good energy. You're good to go here. And I love this energy because if you have that love and support, and you can just literally like live life basis how, you know, sometimes online we might have a whole different life. We might have a whole set of a different audience online versus in real life. I feel like it's kind of also letting you know, like, maybe step away from that too, like the online, not step away completely, like, because, you know, some of you guys Capricorns, y'all might have a business online or something like that. Y'all know y'all be in your bag, but I feel like use that energy or that chemistry or that vibe that you have as far as how you feel loved and supported, and use that to fuel whatever it is that you're tapping into. Maybe use that as like a guideline as to what you want to receive. Let's say if you do have a business online or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I say it? Like setting those same boundaries, or bringing that same flair, that same energy. That way you can celebrate whatever it is you're tapping into away from your community. Let's say like if you travel or you're getting to know people or you're going away from home, whatever standards you set within home base, you have those same standards or boundaries or whatever, and you're bringing that there. That way it'll all kind of come together. It'll all be like synergy. But I like this. This is like having fun, enjoying life. You could be in a grand energy here. Maybe emotionally you feel balanced. You're like you're not hurt, mad, sad, depressed, any of that. It's like you feel good, like you're happy, ready to get out there. You could be attending you know, baby showers, and like just actually like literally traveling, getting out there, weddings, engagements, you know, backyard barbecues, you know, going places with other people, knowing that people that you know, like, and trust, celebrating life, coming together. This could also be, maybe you have like that dynamic duo that you have to where you guys create chemistry together and make things just pop. This could be like new money coming in or new ideas coming in, new business opportunities, like just the magic when y'all 3 or a collective group of people come together. It's like, it's just the synergy and it just works. Okay, so you can pertain this to business partners, lovers, friends, family members, however that's tapping in for you. I like that number 3 too. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. So Capricorns are like gloating right now. They're like, yeah, I'm the best. I'm the shit. Capricorn, we know you. Especially Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Like, we know you. We know you lit. That's basically what it is. Just spread the love. Spread the love. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Ooh, you got 2. Ooh, that's funny. So you got the Wheel of Fortune, which is funny because we also have all in the Knight of Cups that came out. So Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Cups. So Aquarius, so things are happening for you, or things are turning in your favor. You're a little bit more grounded. We have Aquarius energy. We have what? Virgo. We have Leo and Taurus here. Ooh, so it's like you could be transmuting energy as well. You didn't think that things would be in your favor. Wheel of Fortune can also mean like things are happening for you. It's like things are, it's like things are coming towards you, whether this is like, you know, your financial sector or any connections, or everything's kind of looking up now for you right now during this time. Okay. You do also have the Knight of Cups. So it's like when it comes to your emotional stance, or when it comes to how your thoughts and feelings, or I would just say, no, your emotions and feelings, with that Knight of Cups energy, it's like you have it to offer just for a night, just for a moment. You're not really focused on that whole factor of the love or that kind of an aspect. But, you know, tread lightly. There's duality within everything. You don't want to be emotionless to where you don't care, but you also don't want to, how do I say it? It's like that. It's giving flighty. The Knight of Cups, they come in for a night, the romancer, charmer, seducer, and then they boop, ghost, right? So you gotta be, but I feel like maybe it's like you're receiving love as you're trucking forward, or it's telling you to just accept the love, receive it, and keep going, keep forging forward, you know. Because, you know, knights, they just be in there for a minute, but the knights are trying to become a king or a queen. So whatever it is that you are tapping to, maybe you are trying to master yourself, or master your energy, or master this character, or master whatever it is that you're tapping into. That way you can go forward. It could be something of that nature as well. So in the midst of that, you might not have time for the love sector. You got to get to business, or you got to take care of your duties, responsibilities, and obligations. You know, you got places to see, things you want to do. So it could be however that's looking for you. Okay. Maybe committing right now only to yourself and your endeavors is what's important to you right now, versus other energies. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh, your card came out quick. Ace of Cups. Pisces, a lot of love, a lot of emotion, a lot of empathy, a lot to give. Having the emotional intelligence. Your cup is overflowing with love. You have so much love to just pour, to just, you need to make sure you're directing it to the correct people, places, and things when you are overflowing, honey, okay? This is a grand energy for you to be in. This could be a new beginning in love. This could be new connections, new partnerships, new ships, whatever kind of ships you're sailing. Whether this is like I said, co-workers, this could be lovers, this could be friends. This is like a new, like, it's giving, aces bring new things, new opportunities for yourself. So this could be new love opportunities, or just a newfound love for yourself. Maybe you're just in love with who you are today, like how far you've came, where you're at, where you're going. You know what I'm saying? You're overflowing with this energy. So I love this. Your heart chakra is very open. Remember to always have discernment. You know, you don't want to just give your love to anybody, but you know, you're overflowing. I like this. Aces also be, like I said, new opportunities and new love. This could be people wanting to show you love and give love. That could be like, you know, on the forefront as well. Okay, but you know, I always pertain to you guys because I'm reading for you. So anyways, guys, that's it. Hopefully you got your sun, moon, rising in there. Comment down below what resonates with you. Mostly when I read, is it your moon, your sun, your rising, all three. And also don't forget to smash subscribe and click the bell right next to it. I love all of you guys, and I will see you on the